for long. I was like, yeah, kid, you gotta know, man. He's like, all right, I'll let him know. So what happens is, to begin with, the blood comes in through the renal artery. So that would be this right here on this structure. And then basically there's like a whole network of capillaries that go through. And once it gets in there, this outer portion is called the renal cortex. And then the triangular, these things are called renal medullas. And then you kind of see the striations here. Like that one has like one blown up, but the striations within the renal medulla, that's the renal pyramid. So basically, we're gonna look at this portion blown up over here, and this is where filtration happens, right? So blood gets filtered in through the renal artery, and then it travels along, and then the bone, like, basically the kidney's a giant filter. And the filter portion lays within the cortex, and then there's like other systems that are in the medulla, but the actual filtration portion is going to be in the cortex. And we start here at the glomerulus, which is surrounded by Bowman's capsule. So the glomerulus is the actual filtration unit. Also, this whole thing is called a nephron, and we have millions of them in the kidney, right? Like at least a million, if not more. You know, he liked number questions for the first practical. That might be a good number question on the second practical. The nephron is the functional unit of the kidney. So this like whole thing, nephron. So the glomerulus is the actual filter, and basically what it does is it takes the blood and it lets any bigger particles or protein like pass through. We say like, okay, you can go back to the blood, we don't want you. And then it takes all the other stuff and sends it out to the Bowman's capsule. So the Bowman's capsule is the yellow portion right here. And so then we have the distal convoluted tubule that it goes through. And basically the tubules, whether it's distal or proximal, they are just extra like reabsorption points for things before it gets filtered out of the urine. So your body is like fine-tuned, right? So it can tell like, we need more calcium, we need more sodium, so we want to reabsorb that stuff. So at each one, I don't think it's necessarily important to know like, this would be reabsorbed here, but just know that they function like with reabsorption of nutrients that the body wants to keep before making urine, right? So we filter that out, goes to the distal convoluted tubule, goes down. This is called the loop of Henle, and basically the loop of Henle has a sodium gradient on it, and what it does is it extracts like extra water that the body wants to keep so you don't get dehydrated, like to function, so it pulls extra water out. Then it travels back up. The proximal convoluted tubule is what happens next, and then once it's there, what that one kind of does, it does urea cycling, which is different from the other ones, but once again, just like more reabsorption. And then finally, the final product, which is urine, will go to the collecting duct, which like empties out. This is a calyx, so it'll empty out into the calyx. Those come together and make the renal pelvis, and then it goes through the ureters. Like we saw some of those in the renal pig, the fetal pigs, right? And then those go to the bladder. So that's kind of like the down low on how